Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hunter Call of the Wild. Today, we're going to be hunting some deer. Um, in this area, it is high in fallow deer, roe deer, and red deer. I would very much like to get a fallow deer at the very least, and at the most, a red deer in this area. In our inventory, we're going to be using the Ranger 243 rifle, equipped with 243 polymer tip and soft point bullets, which are good for the 2 through 6 class of wildlife. For the larger deer, I'm going to be using the polymer tip, and for the smaller deer, I'll use the soft point because it can easily penetrate, and then the expansion will ensure a quicker kill. We also are bringing with us the conifer tree stand, as well as a rangefinder and our binoculars. We have some doggy biscuits for our dog Ajax, a scent eliminator, and a couple of first aid kits. We also are bringing our antler rattler, our red deer collar, and our roe deer collar. So we have all the collars we need for all of our different animals and our red deer scent. Let's go ahead, put all our collars at the end of our hotbar, put our binoculars there, and our red deer scent here, and our scent eliminator on 6. Okay. We are in the Hirschfeld, I believe it's called, reserve, and in the Konsberg and Petersching areas as well, where I know that we have a large gathering of roe deer and fallow deer in the area, and we do have some red deer in the more mountainous terrains. Looking at the Hirschfelden Hunting Reserve, we have a plethora of regions, landmarks, points of interest, and people. What we're really interested in is the wildlife that we will be hunting here. And so to start with our fallow deer, these are docile and generally vocal, and they prefer a habitat of mixed deciduous forests and open areas, which is perfect for our location right now. They have good senses overall, particularly vision. So in our tree stand would be the preferred way to score one of these animals. But we'll see if we'll have time to do that. They prefer to stay in medium to large groups, active during dawn and dusk, and requires class 4 ammo and an antler rattler as the recommended equipment. Going down to the red deer, these are much larger deer, getting as large as 240 kilograms. They are docile, and they prefer forest and mountainous terrain. They have a very good sense of smell and are often seen in solitary numbers. Again, active during dawn and dusk, require at least a class 6 ammunition. And the roe deer. They're skittish and vocal. They prefer a mix of forest and open fields. They have very good hearing and a sense of smell. They like to stay in smaller groups, and they also require class 3 ammo, which we have exceeded. Okay, so this hunt is just for you to relax to. Put it on in the background, whether you're gaming yourself, or studying, or just need some noise to listen to. But I appreciate you being here, and let's get hunting. So, directly in front of us, we have a very nice large open field, and it is dawn. Um, so, we should have our deer species pretty active right now. And over here to the south, we have a large open lake. This is the Peter Shane Lake. And let's just pull out our binoculars and see what we can find. Okay, well, I can already tell you we're off to a great start as we have a red deer off in the distance. Pulling out our rangefinder, it's at about 330 meters. That is really far, even for an experienced marksman. 330 meters is within our effective range. Um, but with that, we also have to take into consideration things like bullet drop, the ammo that we're using, as well as the size of the deer. And that is a very large red deer with a very great set of antlers as well. That would be a fantastic trophy. Um, Unfortunately, we would have to traverse this lake to get there, and I think it very well may be worth it. So let's see what we can do. The only downside is that with our ammo, we have to ensure that we hit those vital spots on the first try. And you just heard a female ringneck pheasant making a mating call. And we have a red deer giving a warning call. Okay, so this would be a wonderful time to equip our scents, as well as bring out our red deer um, collar. Okay, we do have a watering hole for the deer. And that deer that we just heard could have been no more than 120 meters away. Okay, we do have our dog Ajax, who is a bloodhound and a very good one at that. And we'll give him some praise anytime we can. And we'll also give him a treat, because Ajax is a wonderful boy. All right, Ajax, let's see what we can find. Let's bring out our collar again and see if we can get a response. In the distance, you'll see the windmills and the shadows that they cast on these hills. And there is another red deer warning call right there. Wow, they are very active, but unfortunately, I am up wind of them. So the scent that I have on will hopefully attract the ones that are upwind, and my natural human scent does not carry downwind. But we're gonna walk and try and be as quiet as we can as we move along the coast. I'm not in a very advantageous spot here. And we have some very fresh red deer droppings. And if we pull out our PDA, you'll see that we have those markers that kind of show the direction of travel and the direction of the tracks that we have found. Okay, and that red deer is fleeing. He is very close. And our companion leveled up. Ajax, good boy. What I would like to do is stake out this watering hole in the event that um, those deer decide to come back. Now, I brought my tree stand, but the only issue is I need a large enough tree to support it, and we have one up here. And we'll see if this tree will suffice and give us a good line of sight of that watering hole. If I can get up there, let's see. I may need to go around. Or, this, actually, that tree might be better. Hmm. I would like to get a clear line of sight on that open area as well as keep an eye on the watering hole. So let's put our stand here. Okay, and we'll enter it. Okay, so we have a all right observation of the field. We'll spray. Um, we'll bring out our collar. And that is a red deer mating call. Maybe we can do a quick burst of our collar as well and see what we can attract. And in the meantime, we'll just enjoy the scenery. I hear footsteps. Go ahead and spray. I hear him, but I don't quite see him. And I don't want to exit my tree stand because then I won't have the advantage of camouflage. I would like to bring him to that open field. Oh, and we have a female. Oh, that is a male red deer. And we'll take our shot. And that is a male red deer that we've found. And not in the ideal place that we wanted to hit it, but one that worked just as well. Okay. Let's see what our trophy is. No organs hit. I got some blood splatter. Um, I thought that I had hit him dead on in the head. Um, but I may have just grazed him. Ajax is going to track him. And we'll see if we can't find him. He's got a very low bleed rate. And we'll examine these tracks as we go. I would like to get the high ground. And I think we also found a nesting site for the deer as well. Okay, let's see. I'm going to heal Ajax. And we're going to bring our tree blind back out. Deploy it on this tree. And exercise a little bit of patience and see if that red deer comes back. It could very well be Ajax shuffling around in the brush. Let's give it one more call and see if we can't lure anything to us. Oh, thought I saw something scurry across the field, but it may have been the shadows. All right, let's exit for now and dismantle our tree stand. I like to walk around with my binoculars because it gives me a better field of view than my rifle. Let's go ahead and give Ajax a treat. And let's see when this resting area is active between 03 and 06 in the morning. And what we can do is see if we can continue to track our deer that we had hit earlier. I was hoping he would come back and rest. And we did find the blood, but again, a very low bleeding rate. I don't like sprinting through the forest, especially when it could very well be our deer over there. But let's follow Ajax because potentially this deer could bring us to some um, rest sites, water sites, and feed sites as well. I'm coming, buddy. And as the deer loses um, blood, it also loses stamina um, and becomes a little bit more tired as well. There's a wild boar resting. So we found a rest site for the boar. Alright, let's go ahead and heal for now. This deer is traveling well out of its usual habitat. And I think we may have lost the blood trail. Oh, but we do have a fallow deer that we could. There is a quite a few boar. They really like these um small, what I'm assuming are spruce trees, Christmas trees. Let's see if we can get that blood again. And we do have a potential roe deer eating zone. Okay. Our dog is tracking prey right now. And our red deer has continued its journey to the east. It's a fallow deer, which you can see off in the distance. It's a pretty decent sized male. But we'll continue to track our red deer. And we're just going to follow Ajax to see where exactly he is bringing us. And this would be an excellent spot to get um, an open line of sight on a potential trophy. Some very old red deer droppings. And let's just scope it out. I don't see anything in the immediate area. And I think our deer has stopped bleeding as well. But that's not to say it still isn't injured. And that's a fallow deer mating call. Um, but our deer seems to be continuing to head east. But they prefer the mountainous forest terrain over these wide open fields, which makes him quite the challenge. We'll continue to lead the way, Ajax. Oh, that could be our deer. And he's spooked. Let's get low. See if we can't call him over. Okay. We're going to spot him. We're going to call him over again. We are downwind. We'll see if we can bring him back. But we may need to be patient. We're going to heal for now. We'll give you some praise. We do have a roe deer there, but not our red deer. I very much want to avoid spooking him as we got quite close. That's probably the roe deer warning call. That is a male roe deer. And if anything, we may just take this opportunity to leave here with something. And there is a beautiful fallow deer male. Um, and he is, I would say, almost too good to pass up. At 218 meters, let's see if we can. He is moving very quickly now. Okay. Leave. Okay. I can't say for sure if I was able to hit him, but let's go check. Fallow deer are typically easier game. Let's see if Ajax can track any blood. Medium bleed rate. Okay, wonderful. Ajax, let's go ahead and heal. And I think we have scored our deer, yes. So we have a beautiful male fallow deer here. Um, and you know, I'm disappointed that we couldn't um effectively track and find our red deer, but this will do just nicely. We'll give Ajax some praise. We'll give him a treat because he is a wonderful tracker. And we'll confirm our trophy. Okay. So I was able to hit him through the left lung, through the scapula, at a distance of 172 meters. This is an 84.77 kilogram male fallow deer. And I was able to get his antlers and skull with a gold trophy rating. I'll get 174 XP, $901 in cash, and an overall score of 399. And I think that we will save this harvest. Oh, I have no space left. That's okay. I would like to taxidermize this one and save it as a trophy for our first hunt together. And we'll accept. Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by and joining me on what I was hoping to be a very successful hunt, which it was, as we scored our first fallow deer. And I hope that you were able to relax a little bit as well. And if you enjoy this hunt, please join us for the next hunt when we play Hunter Call of the Wild. I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you next time.